Hello, Genial Gamer Gal here with another video, Switch game review. We're going to take a look at eShop game Robonauts. Let's dive right in. So the story in this game is simple and straightforward, told through a cinematic video in the beginning of the game. It shows a sort of robo-janitor entering a hangar where you can see a ton of robo flight suits. He gets in, activates a mission which flies him into space. He crash lands on a planet and encounters enemies. The cinematics themselves were a bit blurry, but it does get the story point across. And honestly, I was not expecting to see any cinematics in this game at all, so that is a nice touch to have cinematics in a game. The music in this game is definitely kicking with a techno-electronica beat, and I do enjoy this music. It definitely matches the vibe of the game, and it's also something that I could totally listen to on its own, as I do enjoy listening to this genre of music from time to time. The graphics in this game are nothing to write home about, and I wasn't expecting them to blow me away. However, they are decent. I do enjoy the art style of this game as well. It is bright, colorful, cartoonish style, and I find that it works for a fast-paced arcade shooter. I didn't notice any graphical glitches when playing this game, just as I mentioned earlier, a bit blurry during the cinematics in the beginning of the game, which isn't really a deal breaker. And yes, my Switch was docked while I was playing this game. The controls in this game are simple and easy to use, and there is a handy tutorial in the first level of this game which explains which buttons do what, and I think that this is a nice touch. Another thing I was not expecting in this game was a tutorial, so surprise, surprise. Aside from the tutorial, you can also access the control guide from the main menu as well. You can use the D-pad or the control stick to move your Robonaut. B is for jumping, Y is your primary weapon, and A is your secondary weapon. X allows you to jump between the planets. If you prefer, you are also able to use the shoulder buttons for firing your weapons over the face buttons. Also, pushing the plus or minus button allows you to view a map of the level and the enemies that must be defeated within that level. On to the gameplay. This is a 2D arcade style shooter with some very light platforming involved. You make your way through each planetary level, defeating enemies by using your primary and or secondary weapons, as well as jumping from planet to planet to find and destroy them. Once you have defeated all of the enemies within the level, the exit gate opens and you enter to complete the level. In each level, there are some other objectives that must be completed as well, aside from defeating enemies. You are told your mission objective through a Robonaut commander, El Supremo, at the beginning of each level. There are also health power-ups as well as weapon power-ups for your primary and secondary weapons. I do wish that there was a sort of legend for these power-ups so you know what they do, but as you're playing the game for a bit, it kind of sorts itself out. You have the option to play this game solo or with a friend and fight these strange creatures to save the galaxy. The single-player campaign mode also allows you to earn achievements throughout your gameplay, only during the single-player campaign though. I was not expecting this game to have achievements, and I do think it was a nice touch, giving you something to work towards if you are a 100% completionist. The campaign mode has two difficulty settings for you to choose from, casual mode or hard mode. I did play this game on casual mode, and I still found this game a challenge, and I don't mean that in a negative way. What I mean is that casual mode still requires you to prove your skill as you make your way through the levels of the game. But if you do find casual mode easy off the bat, then the harder difficulty setting is there for you. If you don't want to play co-op with your friend, you can challenge your friend in versus mode, which is couch versus only, I guess, since it's not co-op, as this game does not support online mode. There is a slight learning curve getting accustomed to the controls and jumping between planets to defeat enemies, but I feel that it's not too difficult to learn how to play. Mastering this game is the challenging part. So what are my final thoughts of Robonauts? Overall, I think this is a decent arcade shooter, and it is now priced at a more reasonable $3.99 as opposed to the original $14.99 it was at launch. This game can become a bit repetitive, fighting waves of enemies, but that's the nature of the beast of arcade shooters. Even though this game is at a reasonable $3.99, my final verdict is still to purchase this game on sale. Only because I have seen and purchased this game on sale from the eShop myself for less than $1. So I would add this to your wish list, be patient, and wait for a sale. So if you are looking for a short, fast-paced shooter for a quick gaming session, here it is. Alright, that wraps up this episode of Switch Game Review. Let me know what you think of the Robonauts game, and if you've purchased it in the past or if you plan on purchasing it. For Switch Game Review, I will plan on sticking to mostly eShop only games and some of the more obscure ones. So if you have any games that you would like for me to review, please let me know in the comments below. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please do so you receive a notification for when I post new videos. I typically upload videos on Mondays at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, but there is an occasion where I may post a video off schedule. Having notifications turned on will make sure that you receive an alert for the video upload. Thanks for watching, and have a good one.